the clock, the pop 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 the clock, the clock you pop. If you had a line, it's your bank pop.
So in this video I will show you a bee execute on train that involves 3 smokes, a couple of molotovs and flashes. So it is important that you take control of boilers, because this is where the execution will take place. It can be executed from get-go, from the start of a round, or after you played default. In this strat you will throw 3 smokes on B side. One will be between yellow and brown train, and one will be in connector, and one close to upper. At the same time, this is where you will throw a molotov together with here, and you will have some pop flashes to help you take control of B side. So let's have a look at the smokes and molos and the responsibility of each player. Let's assume that this strat is played out from get-go. When we look at the individuals, guy number 1 will need a molotov, smoke and a flash. And when taking over boiler, he's the one that supports 2 of the others in taking control with a pop flash for them to peek with. After that, he will place himself as ready to throw a smoke and a molotov, and he will do this from here over here. Jump on this ledge. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these squares will be visible, and for the smoke, you line up here. For the molotov that you throw straight after, you line up here, and this smoke lands between brown and yellow train, and this on the left side of bomb train, the molo, like this. And after throwing smoke and molo, he will push out lower and take control out of bomb train and push up to the yellow train, at least. Guy number 2 is 1 out of 2 that goes aggressive in boiler, pops with the flash from his mate, and takes control of boiler, full control. He needs to have 1 smoke, 1 molo and 1 flash ready, and when executing he throws a smoke that lands close to upper to be able to push out. He will molo and he will flash as well. It will look like this. And he will take control of bomb train from the other side, being aware of back of the yard, and at least push up to oil train. The 3rd player is the 2nd guy to peek boiler, going aggressive. He will need to have a molotov and a flash at least. He's then responsible for molotoving end of boiler, securing that there's no one staying close. Other than that, his responsibility is to hold lower so that no CTs push. And when executing, he will help with a flash, and he will push brown train. Push this area. Now the fourth guy, he carries the bomb, and to start with, he is responsible for holding ladder, quite passively though, because he's quite important with one molo, 2 flashes, and a smoke when you begin the execute. After holding ladder, he will move up to this position at the back of the wall. He will line up with the crosshair with this line. It's quite close to this side, so it's easy to find the spot. You will, from this location, throw a smoke and a molotov. Then you will move slightly to your right to throw 2 flashes to help the remaining players push out on B site. Now the flash you line up with the lamp, and the molotov from here. And it's the smoke is a walk throw, and then you will go back and then throw a molotov. Looks like this.
I'm throwing smoke. Molotov.
And they will land over here. The smoke in connector, the molotov for anyone that stands behind white train. Once you've thrown the smoke and molotov from this location, as I said, you will move slightly to your right to this corner, line up for 2 flashes like this, and these will pop right above the lower entrance and blind quite a few people on site, at least if they're holding close, but also if they're up on trains. When those flashes have been thrown, he will move on site and plant the bomb default. The last guy would then have a lurker role. To start with, make the CTs feel some presence in Ivy and A main, and then I think it's best that he holds ladder for any CTs rotating that way. Could possibly also push Ivy and going through CT spawn, but at least to begin with, have some presence in Ivy with flashes. The same A main perhaps. Yeah, and then he will hold ladder as soon as the execute on B begins. This is what the execute will look like. You have 2 molos, 2 smokes, a smoke and an additional molo over here. So it will hopefully push the CTs back, or at least cut the CTs holding close on B off from the remaining CTs for you to take control of B site. Alright, that was the B execute.
If you had a line, it's your bank pop.